Go.
Let me see. Hold on. Yes. All right. We are live. We're doing it. Hello, everyone.
To be honest, if nobody comes in, I'm fine. Perfectly fine just talking to you for like 30 minutes.
We've got 7 adoring fans right now. So, everyone in. Hello, Michelle Lopez, Ryan Rich, and Nicholas Dallas. We have fans.
What's up, guys and girls?
Thanks for tuning in. This is our first episode ever of ASA Live, so we are testing this out. Please enjoy the graphics. We're going to be back on Friday at 3 p.m. with a guest for episode 2. We'll be talking about college recruiting with our player placement director, Glenn Gray. So Chris and I thought we'd test things out today, make sure everything works.
We already have our first guest. Is an unexpected guest.
Wow, Ruger Arnold.
Retriever. Barking loud in the back.
First of all, we just want to say we hope everyone is doing okay and our community is staying healthy and safe and sane in your homes. You know, we've been trying to post lots of fun, interactive things for the kids, but it probably doesn't replace practicing a couple hours a night, several days a week. So hopefully families are doing
good. I got a question for you. How have you been staying busy during this time?
How have I been staying busy? Well, working a lot. You know, ASA staff is still up and running from our homes. This beautiful home office. Hanging out with my cats. I have 2 coworkers, cats that are just off camera over here hanging out.
Not as loud as my dog.
Yeah, they're a little quieter. Final fun fact is I've been quilting, so that's a thing that I do in my free time. Maybe sometime I'll show a quilt.
Very nice. I talked to Coach Peja today earlier, and I found out a fun fact about Coach Peja Illich.
Hit me. Fun fact about Peja.
He's learning the guitar.
Oh.
So we might have to get Coach Peja
on
live.
Playing on the guitar.
Playing a song on the guitar. What do you think about that?
Only if he sings along with it. It looks like Ryan Rich has a question for you. He's interested in your nickname. Why is your nickname Pooh?
Oh.
Wow, out of the gate.
Straight away, going to the personal questions. Gotta love that. Well, Coach Ryan, fun fact about me, I have had the nickname Pooh since I was about 2 years old. In reference to Winnie the Pooh. I actually used to have a little pooch right here. The nickname started off as Buddha, though.
Oh, interesting.
And
okay.
then it transformed into Pooh. And I thank my dad for that nickname, and it stuck with me for 30 plus years.
Wow. Okay. Well, I just want to transition off that because that reminded me of a recent time I heard someone call you that, which was your wedding 2 weekends ago. There it is, folks, the ring. Give us, well, first of all, tell us how you've adjusted to wearing a ring. And second of all, one of your most favorite things about your wedding.
Yeah, it's been quite an experience adjusting to wearing the ring. I've already lost one within the first week, but don't tell anybody. This is just me and you in here, right?
Right, just us. Nobody else knows.
But actually, I was going over to the office and I was throwing actually a couple things in a recycling dumpster bin that we have behind the office. And as I was dumping some boxes, the ring actually flew off and went into the dumpster. So,
oh my!
Luckily, I have a backup, which is great. And yeah, the wedding was great. It was down in New Orleans. A lot of memorable moments, but we were very fortunate to get it in before the shutdown of the city. But we had such a great time with family and friends and live music. It was a great. We had a good representation from ASA as well. Of course, that's where me and my wife met. So it was great. It was a fun experience, and unfortunately, I'm likely only going to do it once. So maybe we'll do a repeat though at some point.
Laura Hartman was wondering if that ring story was true, and I told her it is actually quite true.
You can't make that up, Laura. You can't make that up.
It's okay. He already had a replacement ready, so you know.
We have one on the way too. So
just keep one on deck at all times. I mean, that seems safe. Makes sense. If anybody, I don't know if any other kids are in here, but I'd love to hear how it's going practicing in small spaces, backyards, garages, living rooms. Chris, where's the strangest place you ever trained for soccer?
Wow, the strangest place. Well, that's a great question. I was always training though, so I always had a ball with me.
Outside of practice, you mean you were training on your own?
Training on my own outside of practice.
Got it.
If that's what the question was a reference to. But really, the most memorable moments though were setting up. I would always set up obstacle courses in the house. I mean, really, it was utilizing the furniture that was in the house in various things in the house, whether it was laundry lying around or pillows.
Like around the couch, through legs of a chair, that kind of thing?
Absolutely. That was like the best thing ever. And used to spend a lot of time doing that, but also I enjoyed being outside, obviously, and just pounding our garage with the soccer ball.
Okay.
And that was always a fun way to practice and practice my shooting and things like that. I'd say one of the strangest things I used to do though is we had a light post in front of the house, a street light, and I would always take my ball and I would punt it over the street light, and I would set a number to control the ball out of the air. So, for example, it was 10 times in a row. If my mom was calling me in to go out or come back in for dinner, I would have to receive the ball after hitting it over the street light and receive it out of the air 10 times in a row before I could do something or go inside to eat. So that was always fun to do, and a challenge that tried to perfect my first touch. But still a work in progress, as you know.
I love it. And I'm sure you were never late coming into dinner that way either at all. Well, let me tell you two things. One, so my parents had a like glass reflection ball in our backyard, the like, ornamental, it kind of is like nice in a flower garden. And I definitely broke it playing soccer. So then I had to use my babysitting money, continue to save it up, to buy a new ornamental glass ball in the backyard.
A glass ball?
It's kind of like a mirror. It's almost like, I don't know, like a mirror ball that sits in a garden. I feel like we probably just shouldn't have bought another one, but...
Midwesterners, always creative.
Yes, we are. So we have some new comments here. Michelle Campbell would like to know if you are going to be leading an aerobic exercise session soon. Michelle, I'd like to say we can make that happen, and we probably should. Just
Was
like,
she referring to ASA or me?
I think you. Yeah. But for real, I think Ryan Rich is going to be I think Ryan Rich is going to be doing some live Facebook workouts that we'll be streaming. He'll be streaming from his living room, and we'll be adding it.
There's also a great one that we posted a few days ago on
Yeah.
Facebook with Coach Ryan and Coach Mark.
Chris and I have both completed that workout, actually.
Yeah, the problem is you have to do it in your backyard or right outside your house because all the fields are unfortunately shut down right now for the time being.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Fields are closed. Jim Hogan is concerned about where your banter buddy Grigor is.
Speaking of that, Coach Jim, I think you see on your screen a little ticker tape that's running right on the live screen.
Now they do.
Jim, I was thinking about maybe we could have hooks between myself and Coach Grigor, kind of just flying across the screen there. And of course, his would be a really short. It would be a short amount of clips, a small amount of clips there.
Just like a small cup count to a larger cup count. Okay, I feel good about that. Yeah, we could get the infamous Grigor in here for a guest appearance in the coming weeks. I think we may have some time. Peter Beal would like to know if you're going to have a video tactical session anytime soon.
Great question, Peter. Peter's one of the 05 players here at Alexandria with Alexandria Soccer. Yes, I know that you're hungry for continuing to learn during this time, and that's a great suggestion. And hoping to do a Zoom call with the team soon to kind of go over some of our tactical work together as a group. I know a couple days ago we sent out a challenge to the 05s to design their own free kick or corner kick play. And, that's been really cool. Those have been flying in. The guys are getting really creative. And what I'm going to do is pick the top 3 that we're going to implement for when the season gets up and running.
Wow.
Which would be pretty cool. But I also know that some of our coaches have jumped on Zoom with their teams and have had team meetings and various conversations, individual conversations with players and things like that. Have you heard that as well, Katie?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've been privy to an 04 girls 18-person Zoom hangout with Coach Scott Sankier, which went fairly well, all things considered. I think one of the coolest parts of this strange time is seeing how everyone's staying connected apart from seeing each other in person. I will just note Nicholas was disappointed we're not training right now. That this is not a training video. Sorry if that's what anyone else was here for.
Well, Ryan will be posting some soon.
Yeah,
right?
There'll be more our training activities you can do in your backyard coming. This is going to be more of a sort of talk show that we host on YouTube with Glenn joining us Friday and then more special guests coming next week.
Well, Friday is going to be awesome with Glenn. He's going to be giving some great information, especially for the college recruiting process or our high school age players.
Yeah.
So hopefully everybody can tune in, parents as well, so that you can get some information on the college recruiting process in general, but also during this time, what some of our seniors and juniors can be doing to continue the process and the recruiting process and being proactive or reaching out to coaches and things like that during this time. So we're really excited to have him on Friday.
Yeah. We hear he may have a beard right now. So who's to say?
I mean, barbers are closed now. I'm going to be next. I mean, this thing is going to get down to here pretty soon. It's a crazy time. Hopefully everybody's staying busy. And I would love to hear, Katie, just people in the chat. I mean, just throughout, if there's some different things that they're doing or reading or watching, that it'd be just interesting to see how people are keeping themselves busy during this time.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that too. We have a page on our website, by the way. It's our COVID-19 page, and I'm constantly updating it with soccer activities and non-soccer activities. There's some cool things where you can visit a national park virtually and walk on trails and see some really cool area views. There's all kinds of like art classes online as well as everything soccer related. So make sure you check that out. And also, we'd love to hear what you all are doing. Also, I just have to say, my mother just commented. She would like everyone to know that she bought me this this flag and was the one that took me to the World Cup games in Chicago in '99.
Mom.
Hi, Mom. Thank you.
Yes. Well, that deserves a well done.
Tuning in from Springfield, Missouri, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. We're national already. Just first episode.
Wow. Spanning the country. Anyone international. We got Doff here, Wales. What do we have? Nobody's chiming in with their staying active and sane techniques. But I guess I haven't asked you, Chris. What are you doing? Anything you've found that's been helpful?
Well, yeah, working from home is obviously just a different beast. You posted a great vlog the other day too.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Missing all my friends.
If you haven't seen it, it's on our social media. Just checking in with our staff and some of the things that we're doing to adjust during this time. And one of the things is sort of setting a daily routine. So that's something that's helped me quite a bit. I usually wake up pretty early, around 6:30. I hop in the shower, brush the teeth, wash my hands has become a really big part of the routine now. To make sure that we're staying abiding by the CDC guidelines.
Yep.
Feed the dog, and then typically go for a long walk with the dog before I get started with work. And that's been enjoyable to get outside. It's kind of been something to get me ready for the day, get my creative juices flowing a little bit, and then tackle the day with working from home to try to, our staff is just plugging away so that we can prepare to be ready for when we're able to get back out on the field. So, staying busy, and obviously my wife too is a teacher here locally, so definitely been an experience to jump into this quarantine straight away.
It's like you're on a honeymoon. Just the same thing. You're just honeymooning in your home and you never leave. I mean,
I like that.
Jim Hogan.
How's your day been? Have you adjusted to the time at home and having to adapt to working from home and those sorts of things?
I think it's been okay. I don't mind not commuting. So I know there are like arguments to be had for like getting dressed and leaving your house, but I feel like it's a little more efficient going straight from waking up to working. I think taking like breaks and work blocks has been really helpful. Like a quick walk around the block, or pet the cat real quick, or chat with somebody online. Has been really helpful, because I think there is a tendency, if there's nobody around you, you could just type away for 8 hours and lose sight of humans.
Shout out to Prince Harry Maguire.
Yeah. Anybody play fantasy soccer in here? I think Chris and his fantasy league are a little sad that we're on pause right now.
We decided to shut down. I was making a run for
what place were you in?
I was in actually 7th place, mid-table.
Okay.
Above the table, actually. So.
Okay. I was hoping by proxy to just like win some money out of this, from my close proximity to the first place team.
To be fair, I think he's in 2nd now, but close enough.
Jim Hogan is wondering if, or he just wants to know if we can have a deep thoughts with Chris Arnold session. Just like really get into some things and maybe some epiphanies. Any epiphanies in the last week?
We call those reckonings, I think. But I think it's a little too early for that. You'll have to tune in to some later episodes.
It's episode 1, folks. Jim, easy. Gotta get into this. All right. Well, before we wrap up episode 1, I gotta know, what do you miss most about your 05 boys? Seeing them every day.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is we've been able to stay connected a bit through our group chat.
Yeah.
So that definitely is helpful during this time. But I definitely miss just being out on the field. It's definitely something that once we get back, I won't take for granted at all.
Yeah.
And just being out there for training and seeing the guys 3 times a week and then on the weekends for games, it's really throwing me off a little bit. But definitely miss their great personalities and energy and their passion and love for the game. That's always fun, and for me to be a part of that definitely helps to really enjoy what I do on a daily basis with those guys. So can't wait to get back out there.
I feel like this is sort of an extra challenge after winning State Cup in the fall. Just like go ahead and take 5 months off and then straight to regionals. Like you'll be fine. It's not a problem.
Yeah. Rest. We'll be well rested and ready to go.
Well rested, indeed. Silver linings. Let me just transition over to our final screen here. I want to make sure we promo Friday's episode. Chris and I will be back. We'll be hosting Glenn. I think he's going to talk a little bit. It's kind of an interesting time with spring college season and this college recruiting time on pause. And so I think he's been, talking to some college coaches and figuring out how things will look a little bit different maybe for this recruiting class. And as we turn into the summer and if there'll be some belated ID camps. And so, should be fun to chat with Glenn and get up to speed on 1, what you can be doing in this downtime, and 2, maybe how things have shifted a little bit.
Yeah, that's looking forward to that. And hopefully too, is there somewhere that people can reach out to us or let us know if there's certain things that they want to hear about or people that they want us to interview? Or
yes, good point, Christopher.
Well, I'm here.
We can do it 2 ways. I'll throw up another question on Instagram, and you can ask if you'd like us to interview somebody or get a guest host on. We've got a couple potentially like non-ASA related, like famous people we might, sky's the limit. Ask who you want. If you don't have Instagram, just shoot me an email. I'm Katie, Katie, at alexandria-soccer.org.
Yeah, send us a tweet. Drop us a tweet.
Tweet at us. Just however you want. Whoa, Mark Wysocki's in the house.
Oh, yeah.
He says we're already at Men in Blazers level competing. He told them to watch out. Thank you, Mark. Maybe we'll have Mark Wysocki on to give us the lay of the land for futsal right now.
Yeah, we'll stay close with him and potentially get him on soon.
All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the first ASA Live on YouTube episode. We'll be back Friday, 3 p.m., and then we will roll out the schedule going forward. Go, Chris!
Yes.
Gotta figure out how to stop it. There it is. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.